if you're watching us on the YouTube show, you're looking at a couple of fucking arborists over here. We're officially tree guys now.
Yeah, we successfully cut down 4 trees.
Yep.
And had exactly 0 injuries.
Correct.
And 0 trees fall in the complete wrong direction.
Yes.
So all trees came down in a safe direction.
Yes.
No power lines.
Nope.
No structures.
Nope.
No humans.
No punctures.
No punctures. A little bit on my hand, but that was on me for like whacking the fucking.
Yeah.
I was delimbing the tree by hand.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so with our little battery powered chainsaw.
Yep.
Which I actually found out. Because obviously I know someone who owns a tree service business, and I was talking to her, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got my battery powered chainsaw. She goes, yeah, honestly, we use them. I go, really? She's like, yeah, we have to. I'm like, you guys don't use gas? She goes, well, we do when we can.
Yeah.
Some towns don't let us use gas. Too loud.
Because it's too loud.
Too loud.
I bet Easton is one of those towns.
Probably.
There's a noise ordinance.
Sharon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize that.
Huh.
Because I figured battery powered chainsaws, okay, good enough for home.
Right.
What's it really gonna do?
Yeah.
Me and you, it's like it's a 16-inch blade, 40-volt battery. Like, what's really gonna happen?
Yeah, we're not gonna be taking down fucking redwoods.
No, or even like, so we have some big pines back there. Like, so the biggest tree that we probably took down had like 10-inch diameter. I would say. Yeah. That one that's closest to the yard.
Yeah.
Probably 10-inch diameter, and then, but we also have trees in the yard that probably have a 24-inch diameter. I would say. Yeah. Probably about 2 feet, maybe 18 inches, whatever. Yeah. I wouldn't take those down myself. No. Too much, too big. No. Too tall.
We have a couple trees that probably have like a fucking, these ones right here, maybe close to 3 feet. The big fuckers.
Yeah. I'd give it a solid, probably 30 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you a solid 30 inches.
Where the fuck are you gonna fucking accumulate 30 inches?
My leg.
Yeah. Fucking just send it right up
there. Yeah, so if you guys need some trees taken down.
Sarcasm speaks tree service.
Yeah. Sarcasm trees.
Yeah.
Sarcastic tree removal.
I was to say, talk about building no trust
in the
marketplace.
Yeah, no.
Sarcastic tree removal.
Oh, what are you guys gonna do? Come like fucking just yell at it? I don't know, maybe.
It's like it's like sarcastic. So what are you gonna do? Talk shit to the tree as you cut it down? I mean, I don't want to push my luck on that.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to remove this tree? That's cool. I want to take out that tree.
Yeah.
that would be the thing. You hire us to take out one tree, and we just take out a different tree.
No. See, like we're still gonna do the job, but it's like, oh, you want me to take down that tree? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good tree to take down.
Yeah. Cool. I guess.
Yeah. That's Yeah. I wouldn't do it, but.
Yeah. So I looked up arborists because I put it on I put it on my Snapchat story. I was like, a couple of fucking arborists over here, but I like Googled the word arborist because I wasn't actually sure like if that was the right word.
Yeah, that could be a tree grower.
Right. So you know what the textbook definition of arborist is?
No, because I never looked it up.
A tree surgeon.
You're shitting me.
It's a tree surgeon.
Fuck, dude. We didn't even check if our trees were dying of heart disease.
One of them was dying of fucking ants and moths, though.
That's like an infestation.
Yeah. So that needed to come down.
That's tree coronavirus.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, tree corona.
Yep.
We saved a tree from corona.
Yep.
We save it? We put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dropping the boulder on its head.
Yeah. So we're a couple of tree surgeons.
Tree surgeon. I'm a tree surgeon.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Why the fuck would that term even exist?
I don't know.
What surgery? And that's the thing is like surgery means surgery.
Right.
How
does one perform surgery?
Well, actually, you know what? I bet you back in the day, all surgeons did was amputations.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense.
That's probably why. like Revolutionary War.
How far we've come. Oh, what do you do? I'm a surgeon. Like today, someone tells you they're a surgeon. It's like, wow. Like,
yeah, you're really intelligent. You can, you know, it's like, oh, I'm a brain surgeon.
Yeah. It's like
2019. I'm not even pretending this year because I don't know what it means anything.
Yeah.
2019 brain surgeon is like, wow, that's impressive. That's difficult work, whatever.
Yeah. Literally 150 years ago.
1719 brain surgeon just runs the guillotine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm a surgeon. Oh, wow, cool. You just cut people's limbs off.
Yeah, you're a butcher.
Yeah, yeah, you're a tree butcher.
Human butcher back in the day.
Yeah, that's like in fucking Gangs of New York. Yeah. Like that, like they literally just did everything. Like your barber was also the butcher. Like that's why I found out.
That's the barber thing.
The barber pole.
They were doctors.
Yeah, they were doctors. There was red was for blood. The blue, fuck. I looked this up one time. I think white is for bandages, and then the blue is for
germicide. No,
maybe I don't know. I forget what it is. I remember I looked it up once. I wanted to know why the barber pole was red, white, and blue, and like what it actually meant. But I know the red was blood, and I'm pretty sure the white was for bandages. I don't remember what the blue was for. Like representative of like overall health or something. I don't know. But yeah, barbers were fucking surgeons, doctors, I guess.
No, I think they literally were doctors.
Yeah.
What? I thought it was easy. I don't know, like I thought it was very, very simple what this Wikipedia has more. Because I guess the barber pole doesn't just relate to barbers. Hey, barber surgeon.
Yeah.
Tooth extraction, cupping, leeching, bloodletting, enemas, amputations. Dude, I'm definitely right on this one. I'm definitely right on the surgeon part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Barbers were definitely fucking.
No. But I mean, like, tree surgeon.
Yeah.
Means cut.
Which just means an
like back in the day.
Yeah. A surgeon is someone that just fucking amputates things.
Yep. No, they were the doctors.
Let me see. Yeah. No. According to HistoryChannel.com, known as barber surgeons. They also took on such tasks as pulling teeth, setting bones, treating wounds, yeah. The father of modern surgery, Ambroise Paré, a 16th century Frenchman, started his career as a barber surgeon.
Well, as I was on Wikipedia,
yeah.
Do you want the blow your brains out special?
Yes.
In March 2012 in Michigan, there's a dispute that the barber pole is only permitted outside barbershops, but not traditional beauty salons. Barbers and cosmetologists have engaged in several legal battles claiming the right to use the barber pole symbol to indicate haircutting. Barbers claim they're entitled to exclusive rights to use the barber pole because of the tradition tied to their craft, whereas cosmetologists think that they are equally capable of cutting men's hair. Why does this matter? Why the fuck does that matter?
I don't know.
Why does the state need to get involved about a fucking use of a barber pole? No one. You don't go to the barber because it's like, hey man, my finger hurts. Can you cut it off? No, it's cut my fucking hair.
Yeah.
That's all you go to the barber for. Same thing with the beauty salon.
Yep.
But why would a beauty salon want the barber pole outside? It sends the wrong fucking message.
Absolutely.
Because it's like a typical woman's hair salon has a barber pole outside. That's fucking confusing.
Right. Like there's a difference between a full-on barber and a hairstylist. Like you go to a barber, like typically, like they're gonna use straight razors. That's part of it too. Yeah. Barbers are licensed to use blades. I don't think cosmetologists are. Right. So also I just found out, according to the History Channel, is so to look at the barber pole, I was right. Red represents blood and white represents the bandages. The pole itself is said to symbolize the stick that a patient had to squeeze to make the veins in his arm stand out more prominently for procedure. Now, here's the more stupid part. In Europe, barber poles are red and white. In America, barber poles are red, white, and blue.
Oh, probably just to differentiate.
One theory holds that the blue is symbolic of the veins cut during bloodletting, while another interpretation suggests that the blue was added to the pole to show patriotism to the nation's flag.
I'm good with that, just to be different than England, because back in the day, it's like, you know, you just broke away from that country. Why would you start using their shit? Because red and white is the English flag. Right. Which I assume it was back then. It is now. Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, it's just a fucking cross. Right. It's a red cross on a white flag. I can't imagine it's changed. Yeah, no. There's no way.
I don't think so. So yeah, that's an interesting fact. Fun fact there. You go to a barber shop in Europe and the poles are red and white, but in the United States they're red, white, and blue.
Yeah, a little of that.
Yeah. So apparently the blue really doesn't mean anything.
America. America.
It means America. So yeah, that's that. That's your history of. So does that mean we're tree barbers?
No, we're tree surgeons.
Tree surgeons. Barber surgeons.
That's not what we are. We're not licensed barbers.
Would we have to be the landscapers? Landscapers are tree barbers.
No. Arborists.
I'm an arborist.
You're a jackass. This is what you are. Yes! This is also a highly caffeinated show. We never do this. We usually record late.
Yeah, we're usually either like, you know, late at night or half in the bag. Yeah. Now we're midday.
It's either drunk or tired.
Or both. And we're all jacked up on fucking caffeine.
Fuck.
Oh, let's go. I'm already sweating.
You want me to start yelling about this fucking state?
Yeah. Let's hear why this state fucking sucks.
Alright, so on the last episode, I think I broke news.
Yes.
And I believe the breaking news was that Massachusetts House of Representatives passed the sports betting bill. Yeah. Which means it had to go to the Senate. Yep. So that was, shit, you guys are listening to this on Monday the 3rd. Mm-hmm. So that was the Tuesday before is when we recorded and I broke the news. Yep. So, this past Thursday, goes to the Senate. Yep. Senate squashes it. Now, why did the Senate squash it? You may ask. The sports betting bill was part of an economic relief or recovery plan. Yeah.
Recovery, rebound, whatever the fuck you want to use.
Like it was supposed to help, like, you know, get people working again, start getting the state more money.
Right. Because the state was shut down for 3 months.
Yeah, they're estimated to lose about $6 billion in tax revenue. Right. And I mean, even for my business, we haven't had to pay a tax yet. Right. Right. We're into quarter 3. Yeah. And we haven't owed a dime. Yeah. So, yeah, the state needs money. So, logically, you put a sports betting bill in.
You're going to start collecting
they're looking at it as though it's going to be $600 million. Now, take it for what it is, $600 million, when compared to $6 billion, not a lot of money. Right. But
better than zero.
But it's better than zero, and all of us are betting places anyway. Right. Fucking Nikos is driving to Twin River multiple times a week because they keep canceling his bets. Yeah. So the Senate goes to vote, and what the Senate wanted to do, they wanted unlimited mobile licenses. The House said 5. Unlimited would just allow for more companies to provide. Yeah. That can't be a bad thing. The Senate also wanted to include racetracks to offer sports betting. Mm-hmm. So that's just more locations. Right. These places are already open. Right. Like the dog track in Raynham, people already go there for simulcast wagering. Right. We could go to sports bet. Right. They wanted to get rid of the fee. A 1% fee was going to go to each venue. So if the Patriots play at Gillette Stadium, 1% of the bets wagered on that game was going to go to the stadium. Okay, they want to get rid of it, fine. Robert Kraft doesn't need 1% of the fucking money spent.
Right. He's got enough money.
Or it does, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
The Senate squashes it because they determine that this isn't the correct bill for it to come through with. So my immediate thought, who fucking cares? They go, oh, this doesn't really fit the economic recovery plan. How the fuck do you say that? It's free fucking money.
Right.
Free money. Oh, a sports betting bill should be like really something else. No. What the fuck does that even mean? It's supposed to provide more money for the state. Free money.
Right.
Money for the state. Like, I'm willing to give my money to the state.
Yeah.
I'm willing to
and
fucking
guess what?
do it.
I'm going to lose a lot of bets.
Yeah. Probably gonna lose about, I don't know, half of them. Therefore, state makes money off me.
Right.
I'm willing to help. I'm willing to contribute. I'm willing to do my patriotic duty and lose my sports bets to the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But the Senate, they decide that, you know what? We don't want you to lose your money here because this doesn't fit the economic recovery plan. It should really be a different bill.
We want you to continue driving to New Hampshire and Rhode Island to give them your money. Because that's what everyone in Massachusetts
for what?
does.
Paperwork? Or like, because it doesn't fit what they think the plan is?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck does that make any sense? And I told my father that yesterday because he goes, oh, sports betting's coming. I go, well, here's a funny story. He goes, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's not going to bet.
Right.
But he understands how this works.
Right.
He goes, state needs money. I'm like, yeah. He goes, why would they squash it? I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And what does somebody have to benefit by not having sports betting? Because I just assume this is all money. Someone's getting paid off somewhere.
Yeah.
But who benefits from not having sports betting?
Honestly, like if you want to look at it, it would be the Rhode Island. Rhode Island really is the only competitive sports betting thing because I wouldn't. So normally in a sense, this is why it took so long to get Massachusetts casinos, is because the Connecticut casinos created a lobby to go against Massachusetts getting casinos because they would lose money. But in this instance, Connecticut doesn't have sports betting.
They don't.
In their casinos. So really the only nearby competitor for sports betting is Rhode Island. I don't think
I would
Rhode
argue
Island...
New Hampshire. New Hampshire's pretty powerful too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because think about it. So from Medford.
But it's got to be, so it would be the people within the state because it's not going to be the companies because DraftKings is based in Boston. They're going to get more money if they're in there. So the companies themselves, like DraftKings, FanDuel, they're all on the side of pro sports betting.
Yeah.
But like the states themselves would be anti. Our neighboring states would be anti because then they lose money.
What do we care what New Hampshire wants?
Right, that's what I mean. But like whoever's in the Senate is maybe getting paid by a lobby or a PAC that's based in New Hampshire.
Oh my god.
This is how this shit works, man. This is fucking
That's
politics.
wild.
This is politics.
Why the fuck?
This is why it took. So they originally were talking about Massachusetts casinos like 10 to 15 years ago. More like, we'll call it 8 to 12, but I like 10 to 15 better. And it took that fucking long just to get the casino. The first one we got was MGM in Springfield, and then we got
Plainridge.
Yeah, that's not a real casino.
Okay, so then MGM, then Encore.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it was the PAC and the lobbyists, whatever, in Connecticut from Foxwoods and Mohegan that were paying groups to fucking lobby or pay these politicians to vote against Massachusetts getting casinos because they would lose money. That's how politics works. Who's paying who more money? And
everybody.
And which politician wants to accept your money, really, is what it comes down to. Because if you have a politician that's like, no, I don't care, I'm going to still vote for this because it's good for my state, now they're like, oh, well, fuck this guy. Next, let's go to the next guy. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to.
By the way, everyone I've talked to since we talked about politicians going part-time, everybody I know is on board with part-time politicians and no more parties. Yeah. Even people who are like hardcore. Like I know a guy who's like he's like hard right J. And even he said, he goes, yeah, politicians should be part-time. He goes, the ones in New Hampshire make like $400 a year. That's it. Yeah. Like they don't make anything. Yeah. But like you said with Pelosi, it's like your annual salary is $140,000, but you're worth $24 million. Yeah. Oh. You must be great at the stock market. Yeah, how'd that happen? You must be really good at investing your money. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also I'm a real estate investor. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like Tom Brady making a salary of $9 million a year and then buying a house in Brookline that's worth $50 million.
Yeah.
Now, granted, whatever you want to say, Giselle makes a fuck ton of money, but like, yeah, okay. Oh, it's also in the place where Bob Kraft is a member. In order to buy a house there, you have to have a member sponsor you. Yeah, okay. Yep. Bob Kraft definitely didn't buy it in that house.
Nope, definitely not. But yeah, I just don't fucking get it. The only thing that I will say that comes from this, and they're using the fucking coronavirus, like, or the COVID. It's like, oh yeah, well, everything got delayed. No, it fucking didn't. It really fucking didn't. You guys just want to say it did. But anyway, so they extended the legislative session.
Okay, because
the legislative session ended July 31st. They extended it to the end of the year.
Okay. Oh, wow! They gave up their summer break.
Well, so I actually looked at it.
How noble of them.
So in Massachusetts, the legislative session is 2 years.
Huh.
Like, they don't break.
Yeah.
Like, they might break for like a month here and there, but the legislative session is 2 years, so that they can then campaign.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's a fucking ridiculous. That's why politicians should be part-time, is because, so I think I might have mentioned this before on the show, but in like the early, I think it was the early 90s, early to mid 90s, I think it was Newt Gingrich maybe that came up with this this theory that was called the Perpetual Campaign or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but it used to be back in like, you know, up until the 90s, politicians that got elected would then go to DC, and if they had a 2-year term, so that's 24 months, they might spend 20 months out of the 24 months doing their job.
Yeah. And
then the last 4 months they would spend campaigning for their next thing. But then Newt Gingrich comes and goes, well, why would I only spend 20 of my 24 months? Why would I only spend 4 campaigning? Like, why not just spend all of it campaigning? And then I'll have a one-up on whoever wants to go against me. Well, that's fine. You can do that, but now time is finite. Time is a finite resource. So if you're going to be campaigning all the time, that means now you're doing your job less. Yep. So it's like, you can't, it's got to be one or the other. So like that's a whole other fucking thing, where like guys just want to go out and campaign all the time because they want their money, they want their job, and they want money. So now they're doing their actual job less. Like, people are legit, like, I follow Dan Crenshaw pretty closely on Instagram and Twitter and all that, and he's literally posted pictures and videos of Congress. Now this is like pre-corona too, because now coronavirus, Congress is trying to vote virtually because they don't want to fucking show up to the Capitol building.
Yeah.
They don't want to show up in person to vote because it's too dangerous. But like before that, Crenshaw would like post videos and pictures of like a half empty Congress like session room, and he's like, people aren't here. Like, people don't show up, and it's like they only show up at certain times. Like they'll have. It's so weird and crazy to me that these people get elected to vote to represent the district that they actually represent, and like, I don't know, I'm making something up here, but let's say even 33% of the time they're not in Washington to vote on things that they need to represent their district on. And I'm being nice saying 33% they're not there, and 67 they are. You know, it very easily could be the other way around. So I don't know, but no one ever looks into that, no one ever questions it, because no one actually knows. Everyone likes to just yell really loudly about things, and no one actually realizes that, like, the person that you're supporting isn't even present in DC to vote for you. It's like they're just trying to get you to vote for them so they can stay in office.
Yeah, but you're
stay in power.
But your vote matters.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
You're right.
It does.
Yeah.
Fucking claw ass.
Yeah, I've been seeing those posts have been coming back recently. Your vote matters.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Especially not in a state like this.
Definitely not.
No. If you're in a swing state, yeah, your vote matters a little bit more. Still not a lot, but more. Like, and that goes for either way. It doesn't matter, left or right. Like, people's votes in Texas, Massachusetts, California, I don't know, probably like Virginia, anywhere that's like perpetually
Washington.
one way or the other. Yeah. So like Massachusetts, California, perpetually blue. Like, it doesn't matter which way you vote. It's not
I
gonna
can imagine
change.
Oregon's pretty blue.
Yeah. But and then like places like, or we'll go Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, perpetually red. Like, your vote doesn't matter in those places either. Like, it's always just gonna go red.
Mississippi.
Yeah. The greatest state in the union. So we kind of talked about this before. We've talked about it in a couple episodes now, but we've got more developing news here. I think I had this as my final thought in one of the episodes previously, but I got this article from New York Magazine. I don't know how reputable New York Magazine is, but whatever, I don't really care. It's not like we're a fucking news source.
I don't know, dude. I broke news last time.
Yeah. So the title of this developing story is "The Pentagon has reportedly found off-world vehicles not made on this Earth." So if you've been listening to us for the last couple weeks, we've gone from the Pentagon has said that UFOs are real to them releasing footage and acknowledging that it's UFOs to now we're at the point where they say they have vehicles. They are in possession of vehicles that were not made on this Earth. We're getting closer and closer to them just being like, oh yeah, by the way, we have an alien.
Yeah, we hang out with them. We've
like we're getting closer and closer. I feel like every 2 weeks they just release a little bit more.
And no one's paying attention.
No one's paying attention. This is what I used this analogy in one of the previous episodes we were talking about this. It's like everyone's screaming in the room at each other, and then someone in the back is like, "Yeah, guys, by the way, we have aliens. Yeah. We got all this stuff. We got aliens." And no one's paying attention because they're too busy yelling at each other.
Yep.
It's like, "Oh, by the way, we got aliens." So then, like 6 months from now, when the aliens invade, everyone's like, "You didn't tell us about this." It's like, yeah, we did.
You were yelling about Washington Redskins.
Yeah, we did. You just weren't listening. We've been warning you for like a year now. And you just weren't paying attention. Because you were too busy arguing about a statue. Which statues were good and which ones weren't. And now the aliens are here and now they're going to blow up everything.
Yeah, they don't care about your
They don't care about statues.
Yeah, you could see Independence Day.
Yeah.
I assume it would be similar to that.
Yeah. But like, how fucking crazy is that? That now the Pentagon is admitting that they are in possession of vehicles that were not made on Earth.
That right there, it just tells you there's aliens.
Aliens are real.
Like, they didn't make that's the thing. We have vehicles that were not made on this planet.
You know what this is? I have another great analogy. It's like the kid, it's like the middle child. It's like the middle child syndrome. Because the whole family is arguing right now, and then the middle child that no one listens to is like, guys, aliens are real. They're like still not listening. Guys, I have footage of aliens. They're still not listening. Guys, I really, really think you need to know aliens are real.
Yeah.
The family's still not listening. Guys, I have a fucking an alien aircraft in the backyard.
Yeah.
And people still aren't
But
listening.
dad's too busy praising the oldest son who plays football and beating the hell out of the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah. And the middle child's just like, guys, there's an alien spacecraft in the backyard.
Yeah. I've made contact.
This is the Pentagon right now, being like, guys, this shit is happening.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we're still here.
By the way, also take what they said. We have a vehicle that was not made on this planet.
Yes.
That is an admission of aliens without saying, "Ooh, there's aliens out there."
Yep.
Because it didn't make itself.
Yeah.
We have vehicles that were not made here. Well, someone or something had to have made them.
Yep.
Vehicles don't just appear.
Nope. So
there's aliens. They just told us aliens are out there.
Yeah. The very first paragraph from this New York Magazine thing In March, astrophysicist Eric W. Davis, who spent years working as a consultant for the Pentagon UFO program and is now a defense contractor, gave a classified briefing to the Department of Defense on what he called off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. In other words, ... spaceships.
Yeah.
We have spaceships.
Yeah. And spaceships don't appear out of nowhere.
Nope.
Something had to have made them.
And it's also funny too because, like, literally as close as last year, the DoD was like, yeah, we had a program that was like, you know, looking for aliens and spacecraft and stuff, but it stopped in 2007. It shut down in 2007. And then literally, I think in like December of last year, they were like, yeah, I know we said that it shut down in 2007, but it's still going.
I mean, honestly.
So it kind of started in December when they were like, yeah, we said it stopped, but it's not. We lied.
You know what else kind of started in December?
Corona. Maybe the aliens brought coronavirus.
They might have. Like, hey, those idiots down there will get distracted by this.
Yeah.
They'll fucking botch that. We've been studying them for 5 minutes and we know they're stupid.
The fucking, oh, you mean the chimpanzees that have nuclear weapons?
Do they?
No, like, that's us.
Oh.
That's like the aliens talking about us.
Oh.
The chimps that have nuclear weapons. Yeah, those idiots on Earth. Yeah. On Earth.
Yeah, but also it's like the ones who think they have nuclear weapons but don't realize that they're not gonna work.
Yeah.
Nor do they not have enough of them.
Meanwhile, they have like the fucking Death Star.
Yeah, they just have like a laser that'll just blow up the planet.
Yeah. They're like, oh, that's cool. You guys are literally 2 millennia behind us, technology-wise.
Yeah, you guys are in the Stone Age. And what you think your Stone Age was, good luck. Yeah.
That is, I don't know, dude. I don't know where this goes. Like, what's next? Like, I think next is, hey, we're talking to aliens. Like, what is it gonna take for like the Pentagon to release for people to be like, to actually stop and listen?
Oh, God, I don't know, dude. The only thing though is if Biden becomes president, people won't have much to bitch about.
Yeah.
So then they won't be able to really tell us anything because people might be paying attention. Yeah. So I guess if you want to learn more about aliens, vote Trump. Yeah. Because it seems like the more we pay attention to the president, the more behind the scenes stuff that gets released.
Yeah. And say what you want. I mean, obviously, I'm not a Trump fan. He's a fucking dumbass. But during his presidency, which has only been 4 years so far, we've gotten the Kennedy assassination tapes. We've gotten UFO stuff. We got Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, like if everyone's paying attention to some guy sitting at a desk in a building.
Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to say that like Trump is behind all of this and like we should thank him for it, but I'm just saying during the Trump presidency, those are 3 pretty big fucking bombshells. We got all of the information from the Kennedy assassination released to the public. We got Jeffrey Epstein and the pedophile ring.
Was anyone paying attention to that either?
No.
Because you know why?
And now we have aliens.
Everyone's paying attention to one guy.
Yeah.
With orange skin.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
One guy who eats too many carrots.
The Tupperware that you put your spaghetti in.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Everyone's paying attention to that guy that you're missing all the other shit.
Yeah.
So, anyone out there who wants to learn more about other shit, you want that guy in office, because if nobody has anything else to pay attention to, then everything that comes out, they'll notice. So the Pentagon's going to be like, oh, we're not telling them we got aliens. Everyone's listening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of said
we have to keep news dumping.
I said that before on the show. There's like I wouldn't even call it a minor conspiracy, but there is a conspiracy out there that the major news outlets want Trump in office again. Because if Biden gets put into office, MSNBC, CNN, all these places have nothing to report anymore because they thrive. They were dying. Like they were literally like losing money left and right. No one was watching them. The ratings were the lowest ever. Then all of a sudden Trump gets in office. Now their ratings have gone up.
Yep.
Because all they do is just report on Trump.
Yep.
And it's like, do you remember? I don't know. Maybe you remember this. When he first was elected into office, once he got past the grab him by the pussy shit,
yeah,
which lasted like fucking 6 months or whatever, that no one cared about, but like the news was hounding on for 6 months. Do you remember they were reporting that the news found it was important to tell us that Donald Trump drinks like 12 Diet Cokes a day? Do you remember that?
No.
That was a big thing in the news. They were like, yeah, comes out Donald Trump drinks 12 Diet Cokes in a day. He's so unhealthy.
I mean, you can't tell that by looking at him.
Right. But like that's what you guys are doing, huh? Now it's since evolved to now they just fucking get pissed at them for everything. But like that's what they were doing. Like if that didn't tell you right away, like if you go back and actually analyze and look at the 4 years of media coverage throughout his presidency, when there was nothing to crush him on, they talked about him drinking Diet Coke too much.
Yeah, so the media outlets actually needs all this crap too.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like
dumbest time to be alive.
It's
man.
the dumbest time ever.
Dumbest time to be alive.
I'll never forget that. Just because I thought it was so asinine.
Well, it's
and
like
I was like, this is what the news is covering right now. Diet Coke consumption.
Yeah.
And that he doesn't sleep enough. That he's up at 2 a.m. That was another thing. He was
2
up
a.m. tweeting.
2 a.m. tweeting. That was the media coverage.
That's all they had to say.
Yeah.
Great.
So the other thing, not to deep dive into politics here, but there was one thing that actually I don't know why I do this, but when I start to see multiple things posted on social media, maybe it's the contrarian in me. I go and I look for the real information. Who the fuck am I to do that?
What an asshole.
But so
you're supposed to do what your favorite media outlets tell you to do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not supposed to look into anything. So I started to see a bunch of people on Instagram and Twitter retweet this one guy. I don't know his name. And like an organization, might be a representative or whatever. And it said, Donald Trump just solidified racism. And it's like, ooh, I'll click on this. I want to see why Donald Trump's a racist now. So what happened was he repealed something called AFFH, which is the affordable something fucking forever with housing. It has to do with the Affordable Housing Act. Now, what I will say is, should be no surprise to anybody, the way he handled it, not good. So he tweeted and said something along the lines of like, all Americans that live in suburban areas, you don't have to worry about your property values going down now because of low-income housing.
Okay.
You definitely could have worded that better, Donnie. You definitely could have had like a PR person tweet something out for you that sounded better. So what he did was, so I think this goes back to the original Affordable Housing Act or whatever was in like the 70s when it came out.
Okay.
So what happened was during Obama's presidency in 2015, they reinstituted like a different part of the Affordable Housing Act from the 70s. And they made it so I read this. I read into it. Like I actually wanted to be informed.
Wow.
And not just look at what people were reposting on social media, because I wanted to know the truth.
What an idiot.
How dare I? So what happened was, during Obama's presidency, they took a specific part of the affordable housing bill from the 70s, and they created this thing where every suburban area had to produce information regarding demographics of their area, and also figuring out what just what the demographics were, like what people's gender, race, age, things like that. And they also needed to submit information to the federal government as to how they were going to help level the playing field.
Okay.
So like in very rich white areas, they need to provide that information and then also provide what they're going to do to bring minorities into that area. So that was that. Well, Obama did that in 2015 and everyone was like, oh, this is awesome, this is great. So I'm reading more into this about this one little part of this act that he did. And it turns out, as should be no surprise to anybody when the federal government gets involved in things, it was a fuck ton of paperwork. It was a lot of fucking work. And it ended up providing, I don't want to say inconclusive results, but it ended up providing a lot of results that they didn't really know what to do with. Like they have all of this fucking information that takes forever to gather and analyze, and then the amount of time it takes to gather, analyze, and then produce a viable solution.
You can't do anything with it.
You're looking at like 3 years down the line because it's government and nothing works quick.
Sounds like, yeah.
So what happened?
5 years later.
Yeah, in 2018, who's the guy? Ben Carson, I think, who is a black man.
Yeah.
He was the former. He's like a brain surgeon or something.
Okay.
He is the director of housing and urban development. He is in Trump's cabinet. He is the person that runs. He's the king of housing.
He's the house king.
Yeah, he's the house king. Urban development king. That's Ben Carson. What they did in 2018 was they just stopped making that a requirement. So for 3 years, like all of these areas had to provide this information to the government. And then it took so long and it was such a gummed up process that the government really was like, we can't really do much with this. So in 2018, Ben Carson goes, yeah, we're just going to stop making it a requirement for places to do this. So for the last 2 years, they haven't been enforcing this part of like the AFFH thing for 2 years. So what happened last week was Trump officially came out and said, I'm abolishing this. Like, we're getting rid of this officially on record.
Yep.
We're not doing this anymore. And everyone freaks out and says that Trump's a racist.
Yep.
When Ben Carson, who is the urban development king, 2 years ago, made the decision to say, we're not even going to make it a requirement, we're not going to look at it anymore.
Yep.
But now everyone says he's a racist. But, so I looked at, maybe they did something else. And lo and behold, they did. Part of the 2017 tax package that the Trump administration rolled out had these things called opportunity zones. So instead of forcing areas to create demographic reports and then come up with this whole fucking drawn out process, they said, we're going to create opportunity zones. So areas that are low income and urban development, whatever, we're going to give massive tax breaks to any company that wants to go in and build a business or wherever in this area, which would provide jobs locally and all this other stuff. That's been going on since 2017, 2018, when this bill passed, the tax thing went through. So yeah, the Trump administration abolished the AFFH thing, which didn't really work anyway. But what they did is they replaced it with opportunity zones, which I'm not saying is the perfect solution, but it's not like just looking at that and then calling Trump a racist, it's like, that, you don't really have a leg to stand on because of that, because they replaced it with something else. So essentially, like what it is now is, you know, you have these low income areas, but if a business, say fucking, I don't know, D'Angelo's, like a big chain of, or Subway, I guess is bigger than that. So that's a national chain.
Yeah.
So you have Subway that goes in and creates a restaurant in this low income urban area. Now they don't have to pay any taxes because they're in an opportunity zone. And now also because they're in that area, they get to offer jobs to people that live in that area. So now the people that live in that area now have an income if they didn't have one before. So that's the whole that's how that works.
Yep.
So it's like, you guys didn't read any of this. You just saw one guy tweet who's from the House of Representatives that said Donald Trump's a racist because he did this. And now everyone's like, Donald Trump's a racist because he did this. Now, I'm not saying he's not a racist.
But that's not why.
But that's not why.
Well, the other thing, too, is it also almost gives him too much credit.
Yeah.
Because if you say he's racist because he repealed that, well, he doesn't... Dude, the guy just puts his signature on shit.
Right.
He doesn't actually make the decisions.
Right.
You're giving him too much credit. You're giving him power that he doesn't have. Like, he doesn't sit there and read and go...
You think he comes up with all these shits? No. What happens is Ben Carson, who's the king of urban development, comes in and goes, hey, Don, listen, we've been doing this. We got this. I had all my people come up with this plan. I need you to sign off on it. And Trump goes, okay, cool, I trust you.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Do you think Ben Carson actually sits there and...
No.
No. Someone goes to him.
Right.
Someone reports to him. He reports, like...
Right.
I have 8 different bosses, Bob. That's what it is. It just goes up and down the chain.
Yeah.
Don't give the guy more credit than he fucking deserves. You guys love giving him credit.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying he's not a racist and he's not a piece of shit, because he is a fucking dumbass. Yeah. But he's not racist because he repealed that one little piece of the affordable housing thing.
No.
I don't know. Sometimes I get bored, and like I said, when I see people start posting these absurd things on social media, I just want to learn. I want to learn the truth, like the actual truth.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I guess that does make me an idiot.
Yep. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to. You can't. You just have to go straight in with emotion, not reason. Reason will prevail.
Yeah. You want to? Do you got anything else, or you want to start wrapping this up?
Have you seen Minneapolis?
No.
So obviously Minneapolis is a shit show.
Yeah.
That's that's ground zero.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. They're Portland right now, but so in July alone, 100 robberies and 20 carjackings have been reported to the 3rd precinct, which is downtown and southwest Minneapolis. Nope, sorry, I don't know where that is, but downtown and southwest have also seen an increase.
Okay.
So, Minneapolis releases robbery prevention tips. Do not walk alone. Not bad.
Yeah. Be
hyper aware of your surroundings at all times. Pay attention. Yep. Carry only items you need and carry less cash. Good, right? So these will help, right?
Yeah.
Have keys already in your hand as you approach your car. Okay. So I guess you're not gonna be sitting there fumbling through your pockets.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
And then be a good witness. So pay attention to like age, height, complexion, hair, eye color, like stuff like that, so you can identify the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Be prepared to give up your cell phone and purse/wallet. Okay.
All right.
Robberies may still occur. Do not argue or fight with the criminal. Do as they say. Your safety is most important. So, and I did tweet this out on Sarcasm Speaks. So they want you to cooperate and give in to robbers.
So instead of taking actions to prevent these robberies, like
they're basically just saying give in.
Yes. Yep. Like say don't have more police patrols.
Don't get. They're basically saying like, hey, don't get killed or hit or like assaulted.
Yeah.
Just give up.
Yeah.
Give in. This is what you should do.
Yeah. You
should just appease whoever's robbing you. Just appease to them.
Yep.
That'll keep you safe.
Yeah.
Why don't we work to just have less robberies happening? If robberies are increasing in July, what has happened? What's changed?
Yeah. Do you have less police out there? Oh yeah, that's right, because you guys are trying to abolish the police.
Yep.
How's that going for you?
So carjackings and robberies go up in July, which is when it's a hot topic to say less police.
Yep.
So what are we going to do to prevent robberies and carjacks to help keep our people safe? Oh, just give in to the robbers. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking alright?
Yeah. Here we go.
How the fuck does that work?
Yeah. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
So by making it easier to get robbed and for the robbers to be successful, that's going to create less robberies?
If anything, that's going to promote more.
Yeah.
Because now people are
so
going to be
like,
we're telling these people to just give us stuff.
So let's
All right, cool. Now I'm going to go rob.
So let's say I've got a gun and I'm a robber.
Yeah.
And I have no intention of hurting anybody.
Yeah.
I just want their stuff. So I go up to someone, later in the night, and it's like, typically I don't know what this person's going to do. They might shoot me. They might stab me. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But now if they're being told, I'll just give it up.
Yeah. Just give in.
Just give it up. Just give in.
Yeah. Don't put up a fight.
Why would I stop? Why would I slow down?
Right. You're not gonna.
I would not
I can't wait for that. It's kind of like, I feel almost really bad saying this, but I kind of almost want Minneapolis to just become like a failed state. like be declared like a disaster zone.
Oh God. Just
to prove to people that like you can't do that. Like you can't get rid of the police and then tell all your citizens to just give in to robbers, because you're gonna create a failed state. Like it's going to be absolute chaos.
Yeah. I just don't get it.
Like I always go back to like the late 90s and early 2000s. Now, say what you want about Rudy Giuliani. I guess now he's a little fucking lot.
I think he's gone senile, right?
He's crazy. Yeah, he's older. He probably has some fucking issues. But when he was the mayor in New York, his whole thing was, we're going to fix up all the crime-ridden areas of New York. So literally he did two things. He had I forget what it was called, the Broken Window Initiative or something like, I don't know. But they went out because it was shit everywhere. Yeah. So they went into all the neighborhoods that were shit and they replaced all the windows. So it was like, instead of looking at broken windows and boarded up windows, everything's going to look nice. So they went out and they spent money to make all the storefronts were repaired, everything looks nice, and they increased beat cops. They had cops all the time, everywhere, always patrolling. And what happened? Crime went down.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow.
You increase police, and then you make the area nicer, and people tend to take care of that and then produce less crime.
Here's the other thing.
What if you do the opposite in Minneapolis, and now crime's going up?
Well, because that's the other thing too is like, what if you're someone who's, we'll just say, morally flexible? Because I don't want to judge anybody incorrectly. Just a little morally flexible.
Yeah. And
you look at it and you go, oh, they're gonna lessen the police presence and tell people just to give in. All right, I might start robbing people. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm probably gonna get away with it.
Yeah. They don't seem to be concerned about stopping me.
Yeah.
They appear to be just prioritizing people's safety. All right. Well, you want to stay safe? Give me your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a world.
It's fucking great. It's good stuff. You want to wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, we can wrap this up.
All right. You got a final thought?
I do. So in Massachusetts, we're at that time of year where it's starting to get later in the summer, starts to get a little bit darker earlier, and we now have to worry about, like we do every year, we have to worry about the mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
So in a world where we want to be outside because there's this virus that spreads inside, and you got to mask up, whatever, blah 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 blah.
Which also is now, there are things that have come out that say that the sunlight kills the virus, but anyway, continue.
So, yeah, so you promote people being outside, it's hard to transmit it, whatever. But now we have to worry about EEE.
Sick.
Which we always have to worry about.
Right.
But now people are going to be afraid of the mosquitoes because people are paying attention.
Yep.
Because every time someone tells you to do something, you do it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, don't be at the park at like 7. Because right at 7 o'clock is when EEE shows up.
Yeah.
It's like the bullies in like the fucking Nicktoons shows when we were kids. It's like Rugrats, like when they're like pretending to be like the corral. It's like, so as soon as that shadow starts to creep, the bullies show up. So now they're promoting. Make sure, hey, as it gets a little bit later in the day, get the hell out of there.
Yep.
Great. Triple E. I fucking forgot about Triple E. Triple E's back. But the funny thing is, you can spray for Triple E. So definitely don't spray the parks and stuff. Yeah, just make sure people aren't around. Great.
Yeah.
Promote going outside, but don't spray. Because spraying's that difficult.
Yeah.
Fucking joke.
I hate everybody and everything. Yeah. So I got, my final thought is slightly conspiratorial.
All right.
I thought about this. This is like one of those like random like shower thoughts. So I had this thought the other day that I think there's a potential that the coronavirus actually will help keep Trump in office. Now hear me out.
I was gone.
Throughout this entire thing, most of the people that have been, we need to stay inside. Everyone needs to be careful. You can't, don't kill my grandma.
Yep.
You're going to kill my grandma if you go outside, you're not wearing a mask. I can't leave my house. Most of those people have been on the left because Trump has been very cavalier about the whole thing for the most of the time. And also, as we know, most of the people in the South tend to be right-leaning. And their whole time, they're like, fuck that. You can't tell me to wear a mask. I'm going to go about my life. I'm going to do whatever I want.
I'm going to get CO2 poisoning.
Yeah.
I know my rights.
So now, come November, just a thought I had, is if the people on the left are still terrified about the coronavirus, they might not show up to the polls.
Well, they're definitely not going to show up to the polls, but that's why you're going to start seeing the online, the virtual, whatever.
Right, but I don't know how viable that's going to be.
No, the Russians are going to hack it.
Yeah, but the people, like if you have two people, one person, if you tell me, is a full-fledged Democrat and the other one's a full-fledged Republican, who is more likely to show up to the polls to vote?
In person?
In person?
The Republican.
It's the Republican.
But what do you think the odds that both do vote, regardless of the means, are? Do you think it sways one way or the other?
Well, typically Republicans show to the polls a little more than Democrats, but it's a slight edge. It's like...
And actually, I don't think getting your application to do it, like mail-in or whatever, I don't think it's all that easy.
No.
I think it's too much work for most people.
Yeah. So the other thing, too, there's a difference between an absentee ballot and a mail-in vote.
Yeah, so I'm talking the mail-in vote.
Right. The mail-in vote is what people are pushing right now. And I don't know. Whatever. I don't like it. It's too much potential for...
What do you think? That's my thing. Everyone has trust issues right now.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get a fucking vote-in ballot and you expect it to go well?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. That's that whole argument where it's like...
Can you see the headlines coming out? Oh, there's been a reported 1 million missing vote-in whatever due to the USPS.
Yep.
We just can't find them.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. Or...
Someone tripped and the whole bag of them went through the shredder.
Or there's 500,000 mail-in votes that we have to throw out because of unclarity.
Yeah.
Or incompletion.
Right. This is what I mean. Like,
or it wasn't sent in on time.
It's the whole thing of like, we don't trust the government, but we'll trust them to do this one thing. Like, you're not, again, how dare I demand consistency? But it's a similar argument to those people that are like, all guns are bad. We need to get rid of guns. And it's like, we need to give all the guns to the government. Like, well, you want the government to have it. You just said all guns are bad. So you want to give guns to the government. You know what I mean? It's like the inconsistency there. But so whatever. The absentee ballot has always been a thing. If you're unable to get to the polls, you can file to get an absentee ballot.
Yeah, but the mail-in vote.
The mail-in vote is a little iffy.
People aren't going to want it.
But this is what I'm saying. My actual final thought is I think there's potential. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the media covers coronavirus as we get closer to November. And this is why I think it's really interesting that you're starting to hear...
Point. I think I know where you're going with this.
You're starting to hear some stuff being kicked around the vaccine is ready. That they might try and push the vaccine out
so that people can get to the polls.
So that people can get to the polls and feel better about getting to the polls.
You know what's funny though? People don't trust that vaccine.
Right, well, real people don't trust the vaccine.
Oh, you think the sheep do?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
They're sheep.
Such idiots.
Don't listen to anything the government says.
Such idiots.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting how the media is going to start to cover this as we get a little bit closer to November, because we're in August.
Maybe
we're in August. We're sub 100 days. We saw the whole fucking social media thing. Hashtag 100 days left.
So probably late September.
The media might start to turn.
Ease up.
Oh, all the cases are down. It seems like things are better. We can probably start going. Now we have to still be diligent, but we can probably start to be a little more comfortable about going outside.
They've actually rumored in Massachusetts that we might get another lockdown in September.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That would fly in the face of that, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna get nobody voting around here.
Yeah.
I mean, so anyway, it's free votes for the Democrats anyway.
Right.
Because our state's just.
But that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the corona craze would keep Democrats at home, and Republicans just say, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to vote.
I'm voting, I know my rights.
Yeah, exactly. Because those are those people. So it's a little thing to just keep in the back of your head.
Well, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what people say as we get closer to election day. Will they like ease up? Will they, take it easy on like how bad everything is?
Right.
Because they need people to get to the polls.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be one of those things like gatherings, 25 people max. But if you're gonna vote,
yeah,
we can have 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Just wear a mask.
We'll have lines out the door.
Yeah, just wear a mask.
Yeah.
1,000 people.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 1,000 people in that fire department and that synagogue, which is like 4,000 square feet.
Yep. Yeah. It's gonna be real interesting as we get closer.
It will be interesting.
So I just thought I'd throw it out there now in August.
Put it out now. Heard it here first, kids.
Yeah, so I can armchair quarterback in a couple months and be like, remember I said it?
Monday morning.
And if it's not true, I just won't bring it up.
Yeah. Remember the aliens?
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, kids. So thank you for listening, wherever you're at. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe on both. Keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody about the show. Everybody you know. We appreciate you guys. And you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Our Twitter handle is Sarcasm_speaks. And Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night.